How is it going, everyone?
Well, hello and welcome back to another.
This is a different video today, right?
It is a different video today. We're doing a podcast.
This is going to be crazy. I mean, we're not playing a two-player game this time. We're doing a podcast. It's very strange.
We're doing a podcast, and I've just realised I made a terrible mistake.
What's that mistake?
Well, the idea was I was going to be in a taxi, put it on cinematic mode, so we could just chat about all sorts while it's in cinematic mode. But I've just discovered that the circle button, which normally makes cinematic mode, is the stop button on a taxi. So it will have to be in third person. Poor people.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Well then.
Anyway,
That's a bit of a mistake.
It is a bit of a mistake. Can I not do anything about it? Can I turn the HUD? I'm going to turn the HUD off, actually. That'll make it a little less bad for you. Sorry, people. Good people of everything. Oh, no, the HUD's still there. Okay, well.
This is a great start to our podcast.
This is a great start to our podcast. Anyway, we'll leave it like that. I'm sure it's fine. Yeah, so we're trying out a podcast. This is something a bit different.
I don't know how this is going to go. But, you know, we're going to talk about all the hot games at the time.
We are.
Moment.
I also forgot to press start on the timer for 30. Starts now. 30 minutes starts now. That was the intro.
Oh
dun, dun, dun.
My goodness me. You slacking behind a little bit today.
I know. I am. It's terrible. It's this lockdown. It's terrible.
Driving you mad.
I've gone mad. I've lost my mind. I'm insane.
I think everyone's going insane.
Yeah, it is interesting times. For those of you watching this in the future, well, you know, in cyberpunk times, we're living just around the coronavirus time, but it's kind of things are easing slowly.
Exactly. For you future people who, you know, come after us.
Yeah.
This is we're living in the plagues.
These be the plague days. These be. Do you think our grandchildren will be sort of watching? You know, by then they've got like flying cars and super VRs.
I swear to God, if my kids or my grandkids ever see videos like this, if they ever find my YouTube channel, I will be so embarrassed.
Well, by then it'll be like the Oasis, you know, from Ready Player One. They'll be able to just jump into a virtual world, and they'll be looking at us.
In my head, hasn't it?
Yeah. They'll be looking at us with like this will be the equivalent of like Space Invaders or.
This is like this game that I'm playing now, the Stranded Deep and GTA. They're like Atari games, aren't they?
Yeah. Of course, I picked the most controversial game for my part. I just wanted something casual. I wasn't thinking, oh yeah, GTA would be a great idea. I just wanted something that was like
something simple, yeah.
Something that just sort of just go with the flow.
Simple is apparently being stranded on an island.
Oh God, yeah, drink up.
Yeah. I'll just survive on this island while we talk, I guess.
Yeah, well, tell us a bit about Stranded Deep before we get into the new upcoming games.
Stranded Deep, well, there's as the name implies, you are stranded pretty deep in the ocean. Well, you know, you've got to survive from sharks and stuff like that, and you're stuck on. You have to swim between different islands and things like that. It's actually a pretty decent game, actually.
Yeah.
I'm not good at it, but it's fun. It's definitely got its moments.
Would you say it's more like The Forest, or more like what's another good survival game like Rust or something, or one of those kind of?
Well, I'd compare this game to Subnautica.
Yes, Subnautica. Yes, sub of the Nauticas.
It's like a mix of both. You've got the survival elements of The Forest, and you've got the swimming and the diving elements of Subnautica.
That's so cool. I did see in one of the gameplay trailers there's a shark.
Yes, but
is
in
that
this
a
game
thing?
there's no. Yeah, there's lots of tiger sharks and sharks that want to eat you, and
God.
there's no giant beasts in this one like there is in Subnautica. There's no leviathans or anything like that.
Krakens just coming and grabbing you off the island and pulling you.
Funny thing is, as you say that, I think the Kraken isn't in this game.
Oh Jesus, no! Seriously? Oh God!
I've seen it in trailers. I've never looked giant, so.
Wow! I will definitely give it a try at some point. Hiccup.
I just don't understand why it isn't multiplayer.
Yeah.
confuses me.
Very strange.
Like, if it's like The Forest, it should be a multiplayer game, but it isn't.
So, Toodaloo, do you want to tell the good people of YouTube what will be arriving in 2 days?
Well, dear people of YouTube, in 2 days' time, this Friday coming, The Last of Us 2 releases.
Dun dun dun! Wait, I don't know what a good jingle for Last of Us would be.
7 years.
7 years,
the first game.
a fair few delays.
It was supposed to come out in May, but it didn't.
Yeah. This is The Last of Us 2 by Naughty Dog going to be coming out.
And, I mean, there's been some leaks going around about the game, hasn't there? And some stuff
Oh
that's
god,
bad.
are we going to touch on that? I don't want to talk about it. Okay, alright, well, we could go. Yes, there were some leaks that came out. Apparently, basically Ellie turns into a frog and Joel turns into the moon. Everyone was really pissed off about it. Oh shit, well, we're not supposed to talk about the leaks really, but yeah, there were some leaks that may or may not be true which were released, and some fans were not very happy about it. They were pretty annoyed. What do you think about that, Toodaloo? What's your opinion on how the reaction was and that sort of thing?
Well, I mean, I can understand how some of them was as upset as they were. You know, and it's hard. Things are hard to believe. You know, you're not supposed to believe everything you see on the internet.
Yeah, exactly. There's a lot of fake news. Fake news. Fake news.
Exactly.
Yeah, oh, by the way, disclaimer, good people of YouTube, if you're crying into your pillow now because you think Ellie turns into a frog, that's not the leak, but I just didn't want but I didn't want to risk a spoiler. And you know, they were actually taking videos down off of YouTube channel and like copyright striking channels because of leaks and stuff as well. So we have to. I know, it got really serious.
Do not worry, people of YouTube. This is going to be a spoiler-free podcast.
Spoiler-free, or free spoilers. I mean, it depends what you fancy. Let us know, and in the future we could make a spoiler podcast.
Spoiling all the latest games.
Just get lawsuits flying at us left, right, and centre. But no, yeah. To me personally, I feel like a game like The Last of Us. Okay, I trust Naughty Dog a lot. They did an amazing job with Last of Us. They've made great games like Uncharted, other things. I have complete faith in them. And leaks aren't always. They're not always, even if they come from reliable sources. You can't always guarantee that. We haven't experienced the game. We haven't played the game. We haven't seen the world again yet.
Exactly. We need. You need to. Don't judge a book by its cover.
Yeah. Exactly. Proof's in the pudding, as a wise person once said.
Exactly. We need to play the game before we start jumping to
the trailers of course also won't give anything away. I bet you almost everything we've seen in the trailer is like the first 10-15 minutes of the game, or something like that, because they're gonna save the big guns for later.
I wonder, here's a question for you. Do you think they'll have any new infected in the game?
Yeah, I think they definitely should and will. I know that they're definitely having one, because on one of the trailers that I saw, they said there's new infected, but you'll have to wait till launch. So I know there's going to be at least one, but it would be good if they evolved it from not just the clickers, not just the standard infected. They gave us something new, which I think they will. You
saw the state of the bloaters in The Last of Us 1. You can't get any more funguses than that, can you?
Oh no, unless they just have. Oh, they haven't had sprinting bloaters, have they?
Oh my god.
Oh my god! Is that a thing? Oh my god!
I'd never play that game ever again.
Oh, I just thought of that. That would be. Oh god. Or another good idea would maybe Oh no, this wouldn't be a good idea. This would be a horrible idea. But clickers that can see. So before we had clickers that were just deaf, and they could hear with sense and feeling. But
location.
Yeah, no, I'd hate that actually.
Yeah, if they could see, then I'd never play that game.
Yeah, no.
It's just the mind boggles at the thought of what they could do with the infected in The Last of Us 2.
Yeah, I think there's room for so much potential than the previous one. It's easy to forget that The Last of Us was a PS3 game originally, and that looked great, and it got remastered for the 4.
It did, yeah. And it's crazy, isn't it? And now we've got The Last of Us 2 coming out, and the graphics in that look just astounding, don't they?
Yeah, they look incredible.
I'm just extremely glad that it isn't a PS5 release, because I'd be very upset.
No, me too. Although I bet I bet it's gonna be a re-release on PS5 after like 3 years or something. They'll definitely do that. I'm just like see it coming.
Because
That's the way.
everybody has a PS5.
Yeah, by then. Oh yeah, that's another thing in gaming news. The PS5 was released, unveiled. Sorry, not released. Unveiled. Don't kill me, people. Unveiled.
The PS5 was announced, and its design was shown.
The design was shown. Although I was a little annoyed because I was really hoping in that event that they would talk about the price and the release date, which they didn't. I was a little bit upset about that.
Yeah,
that's what the question on everyone's lips, really, isn't it?
Everyone is wondering how much it's going to be. Really.
What's your rough guesstimate of price range?
I'd reckon. Well, the PS4 was 499 quid, right?
Something like that. I think so. Yeah. What you mean when first released?
Yeah, when it was first released.
Yeah, it was quite a lot.
I reckon it'll be a bit more expensive than the PS5. I don't know, around 500.
2 versions coming out. One's disc drive and one's like a digital version. But surely you could just play the digital games on the disc version anyway. Surely it's better to have the disc option, right? Exactly. Or is it cheaper to get the digital version? Do you know? I wasn't quite sure about the two.
I mean, they certainly include like different things in the digital copies, don't they? And stuff like that.
Yeah.
I always like that the price is higher.
Yeah. No, I'm curious. And the games, we've had a little look at some of the games coming out on 4.
Man, some of those games, dude.
There was. I mean, I can't remember all of them. My memory's awful. The Dak and Jackster was one of them.
Jack and Daxter.
Dak and Jackster. Just start our own game. Call it Dak and Jackster. Watch the lawyers come after us.
There's Miles Morales, Spider-Man Miles Morales.
Spider-Man Miles Morales. Yeah, that looks cool. I really like the first Spider-Man game Sony Spider-Man game from PS4.
Even though they haven't classed it as a sequel, have they yet?
No, it's just called Spider-Man. Yeah, the title's a bit odd. Just Spider-Man Miles Morales. I mean. Yeah,
it could be Spider-Man PS4 2 or something.
Yeah, just to keep that continuity going.
Yeah. Spider-Man 2.
They've done a bit of a Predator, what the Predator franchise did with its movies, rather than Predator. Well, actually no, they kept Predator 2, but after Predator 2 they just went crazy. It just became Predators, Predator, Predator, Predator 2. They got rid of the numbers and just thought, fuck it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, there's Hitman, a new Hitman. The new Hitman series that they've made is really good, actually. They've announced part 3. Yeah, I definitely recommend getting because they made a load of remake kind of what's the word kind of remakes, and they do them in seasons. They do them episodically, and they're really cool. But that was another one they announced. What else did they announce? Oh, GTA 5. I mean, here's me using GTA 5 as a template for this video, but leave it alone. I mean, yeah, I guess it's good for new people to try the game if they haven't.
Absolutely, but like, I don't see how they can keep going with GTA 5. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
The PS6 is going to release before GTA 6.
Oh god, it's so funny when I was watching the event for the unveiling of PS5 event, Future of Gaming thing. All of the comment section were hilarious. Pretty much every other comment was GTA 6. Like everyone was just like, everyone was there. I feel like most of the people were there because they just thought GTA 6 was going to be announced.
I mean, that's all they're waiting for, really. GTA 6 and stuff like that.
Yeah.
They just want. I don't know. It's weird. People are expecting some games that haven't even been announced yet.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I mean, I think they were announcing some games for 2021, which kind of blows my mind. It is a bit ridiculous. I hate it when they do that. So far away. Excited. Although the reveal trailer for Last of Us was like 2018 or something, wasn't it? Or was it 2019? It was something really early, and I remember being like, I'm not going to get excited for this. And now there's 2 days until it's here.
Exactly.
Time flies.
But, I mean, it really does, doesn't it? It's mad. Like, The Last of Us was 7 years ago. The first one, anyway.
Was it? What? Yeah.
2013 it released, right? So about 7 years ago, just over, just under, who knows?
Oh my god, yeah, 2013.
I remember first ever playing that game.
Yeah, I mean, they threw you straight in the deep end. Obviously, we shouldn't go too deep into spoiler territory, but that first part where you have that harrowing scene at the beginning, and it just...
Let me just say something to the people who haven't played The Last of Us yet. Why?
Where have you been living all these... What have you been doing with your life?
It's been 7 years. If you haven't played The Last of Us yet, you need... You know, that's like saying, you know, how haven't you watched The Force Awakens yet? You know, there's that major spoiler that I definitely won't say.
Oh god, oh yeah, where Luke becomes a rabbit, yeah. Oh god, sorry, yeah. Oh god, yeah.
Oh, damn.
See, we've got to be careful now around Star Wars because Lucasfilm are very serious, so that they don't like any. So if I'm spoiling things like I just did, Lucasfilm are probably going to come after me in my channel and shut me down.
Who knew that Luke became a rabbit?
It was terrible. It was real
heart-wrenching.
I know, of all the creatures, I didn't even know they had. But yeah. Oh God! You just reminded me. You just said Star Wars. Guess what else just got announced?
What's that?
Star Wars Rogue something. Oh my God! I've completely forgotten what it's called. I think it's called Star Wars Squadron, or something.
Really?
Yeah. But the thing is, I remember a game from years and years ago called Rogue Squadron.
Yeah.
And if they can kind of make it like that, then it's going to be more shit-based. All they've had is a reveal trailer, and to be honest, I mean, it's EA, so you never know what to expect. It could be anything. Like, for example, when Battlefront first came out, there was a
it's a dogfighting game.
Yeah, dogfighting, flying ships, shippity ship to ship, that sort of thing. It looks really cool, but obviously all we've seen is a cinematic trailer. But I know that with Battlefront 2 there was a huge issue with loot boxes, and that was terrible.
Exactly. I mean, I know we're not getting into companies in this today, but let's just talk about EA for a second.
Oh dear.
They have had some very embarrassing moments.
They have. I mean, it was kind of a bit out. It started off as a sort of pay to win sort of. Put the money into the loot box thing,
To put it simply, it was a disaster when it first released.
It was.
Battlefront 2.
It was when it first came out.
Update by update, it improved.
It did improve, and then actually they did pull a rabbit out of the hat by releasing Jedi Fallen Order, which wasn't it? We haven't talked about that game, have we? It was fantastic.
We have not. It was I mean, it's everything you want from a Jedi game, really, isn't it?
Yeah,
and
exactly. It was like a bit Force Awakens, a bit of Sekiro, a bit of Dark Souls, a bit of everything, all merged into one big story-driven.
It was like a Star Wars version of Dark Souls. Now that I think about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
It was. Oh god. Yeah. No. I was really impressed. Really impressed by it actually. So if they can do that again with this new flying one, we should be onto a winner.
Absolutely. I mean, I do like Star Wars dogfights. They are epic.
Me too. I don't know. A bit of a sidetrack. Have you ever watched the Gotham, the show?
The TV? No, I don't think so. It's based in the DC universe, though, right?
Yeah, it's a DC universe. So I was just going to say the guy who plays Cal Kestis in that game, Cameron Monaghan or Montagan. I might be saying that wrong, but he plays the sort of the kind of Joker in that as well.
Wow.
Batman, sort of that character. Yeah. So when
Gotham is set before Batman is a thing, though, right?
Yeah, it's like when Batman's young, and it's sort of just after he has his terrible thing that makes him become Batman. Then it's a bit of a long one, and then it takes 100 years for him to become Batman. I didn't finish the series. I don't actually know if he makes it in the end. I'm assuming he does. Spoiler alert.
I mean, I've never watched it. I don't think I've ever even.
It was on a bit, but it was okay. It was okay.
Yeah.
But there are many upcoming good games actually that I'm really excited for. Last of Us. I mean, I Last of Us. I'm not doing any. I'm going to play it at midnight. Nothing will distract me. I'm going to play that and see what it's like. Because apart from anything else, I'm really scared of spoilers because there's so many of them on the internet and YouTube these days. And once it comes out,
stay away as best I can. stay away from all the spoilers and all sorts of stuff.
Yeah.
Because you know, you just everywhere you look, there's probably going to be something that's going to try and spoil your fun.
Yeah. There's something in that, you know, games like The Last of Us now for me, which is now it's not just a game, it's like you're watching a film. You can actually review the acting, you can feel the emotion, you can experience the story in a way you would a movie or theatre. It's like, it's so good
Like
now
real
we have
people.
mocap in games. It's so damn good.
They're just like real people, aren't they? Really?
Yeah, exactly. You can feel the raw emotion of the, you know, of what's happening in front, and
Exactly.
literally feel stuff from the games. It's great. Actors, fantastic, the best in the business doing their thing. You know,
Troy Baker,
Troy Baker, that guy, he's everywhere.
the man of many voices.
The man of many voices, many voices of
also,
man.
He stars in Uncharted 4.
Yeah, I met him once
Right.
actually. I met him at Comic-Con. It was really funny. He was doing a chat on stage, and then a friend of mine, I'll just call him Jay because he probably won't want his name on it. He does all the kind of. And then you have a little chat with him. He did one of those, and I remember because we were at Comic Con together. I queued up with him, and then we actually had a little chat with Troy Baker. It was really fun. Nolan North was there as well. Yeah, Nolan North and Troy Baker, just briefly.
North.
And I was a little bit like, sort of. I think I sort of just chatted to that, yeah, just like normal, casually, and then like. But the thing is, I felt like I cheated because normally you're supposed to pay an extra something to queue up, and then get your thing. My friend got his thing signed, and then like shook hands and stuff. But then I didn't get anything signed, but I was with him and I queued with him and I chatted to them, and I felt like, oh god, I should have paid for that. But I can never be asked for that sort of stuff. A, I'm too shy, and B, like I don't know. It's just extra. I don't know. But I'm glad I did. He was really nice. I was honoured. I was honoured.
Yeah, Troy Baker is a really cool person, and Nolan North.
Yeah. No, really, yeah, it's cool. Well, they say never meet your heroes, but I met those two, and they were absolutely fine geezers. I thought they were great. They were great.
But you know, so many. I mean, I could create like lists upon lists of my favourite games and from upcoming games. You know.
Yeah. There's a lot, and I think as games improve, as the technology improves, like VR and stuff like that improves.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
There's just more to look forward to.
Do you think the PS5 is going to get a VR?
Interesting actually. I really hope so. Oh, my taxi just ended. If they do, I'm hoping that they have a little less because some of the VRs now are getting rid of their wires. They're becoming wireless VRs. But the PSVR has just too many wires. It's too annoying. It would be cool to have a built-in camera with no wires, like they do on some of the other VRs.
Exactly.
That would be a good upgrade. That would be a really good upgrade.
They could just have free movement.
Yeah. Freedom of movement. Yeah, I hope so. You quite like VR, don't you?
I do.
Of
it's one of my
course,
favourite things.
Travis should be with you soon.
It's like, I mean, it's just so many opportunities and possibilities and stuff like
Yeah.
that.
I'm also quite glad because I don't get motion sickness, which is really good. So it makes it easier for making videos in VR, experiencing VR. I do think they need to sort out something to make it easier for people, so it's more accessible. Because some people they get really uncomfortable, and that's not good. You don't want to be feeling uncomfortable in gaming.
Exactly.
Yeah, so they need. Sorry, my taxi expired, but that's all right. We've got about just over 5 minutes, so yeah, that's enough time so we can sort of wrap up our amazing wee
There's
chat.
some amazing games releasing this year. The Last of Us 2 in 2 days. Everyone's looking forward to that. I mean,
Yeah. Oh god, yeah, really. And yeah, from we'll see lots of gameplay. We'll experience the game ourselves. We'll know the story. It's gonna be really cool.
yeah, exactly. Yeah. And then there's so many other games that we could dive into, but it'd be hours long with this, and we don't want to do that, do we? So.
No. I've actually
So
got
many-
one more video that I think I might release just before Last of Us comes out. It's like from a beautiful scene from Last of Us, which I wish I'd done earlier. So I think I'd do that.
I'm not even going to say it just in case I spoil it.
No, I was. What I will say though is I'm going to do it in memory of a street cat named Bob. For those of you listening who know of the famous cat Bob, who died recently, that's the thing for another video. That I think I'm going to make that because he was a wonderful creature, and yeah,
Indeed.
but yeah, definitely there's a lot to look forward to. I hope Joel and Ellie make it. I really hope they both make it.
Absolutely, they need to have a happy ending.
Yeah.
They better not kill off any main characters, or I'll be very upset.
But very unhappy chappy. Yeah. I mean, because it's The Last of Us. I feel like anything could happen. I mean, anything.
Exactly.
But I'm hoping it's not too bad. I'm hoping that there's closure.
Do you know how badly everyone would react if Joel died or something?
Oh God. I mean, he's looking a bit older, Joel. He's looking a bit old man Logan at the moment.
He is.
So I hope he's not going to keel over and sort of Ellie, hi, new Joel, and then they make part 3, and it's like Ellie, and she's got to befriend a little kid, and then it starts again. I hope they don't do any of that shit.
No,
Ellie and Joel are the main people, the main characters. So even if we see one more than the other, I hope that they both get, either.
I hope Joel has his decent screen time for sure. That's for sure.
Yeah, I think they left him out of the trailer on purpose. I think hopefully we're going to see a lot more of him in it than we think we are.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah. And
well, what were you going to say, Paul?
No. I was also just going to say, hopefully that they pick up a lot of the threads, because they left a lot of, not too many, but they left some questions unanswered from the previous Last of Us. Nothing really burning, but some things you'd be quite interested to know. And where have they been for the 5 years? Does Ellie know the truth about the Fireflies? And does how did they get to this community that they're apparently in? All sorts of stuff, that I can't wait to sort of dig into.
Exactly. There's so much lore and stuff to dive into, and I can't wait to see what it's all about. Yeah. Well,
yeah,
I mean, there's so many games I have on my list right now that we can talk in the next podcast. But
we've by the way, if you've made it to the end, to the end of this journey, and you're still listening, thank you really very much for listening to us, because we've never done a podcast before, have we?
No, we have not. I mean, just listening to us talk, really. I mean, if you've stuck through that, then you're.
There's no notes. There's no lines. This isn't scripted at all. No, we've just completely kind of improv it. I was a little worried. I think you were a lot more confident than I was. You were a lot more like, yeah, let's do it. I was starting to think, oh God, but actually, I think it's gone all right.
My mindset is just simply just be and just do, and you'll get, just be yourself on camera, and you'll get good feedback.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's something we're both passionate about. We both like games, and and obviously there's a lot of terrible, difficult things happening in the real, in the world at the moment. And it's sometimes nice, particularly for people on lockdown, I think, to sort of have a bit of escapism, have a bit of that. If their hobby's gaming, that's what we're here for. If your hobby's gaming.
Exactly. I mean, exactly. But if you've got that passion, it helps. It really helps.
Yeah. Yeah.
No. That drive to I've been gaming for 10 years of my life, and I've just non-stop really, but it's just such a passion for me, such a passion point.
Yeah. No, yeah, and you can tell that in the way you speak, and the way that you sort of take to this sort of really easily. It's amazing, man.
Yes, thank you very much.
Oh, what do you think we should call our podcast, just as we finish up? What do you think is a good?
That's a good question, actually. How about the? I actually don't know.
Well, maybe we'll think of it, and then on the next one we'll.
Yeah, we'll think of it, and then we'll. This is just the untitled version. This is just the first.
But yeah, thank you so much for watching. Stay safe during coronavirus, and keep.
Maybe this inspires. Let's hope this inspires people to learn about some video games, or just do their podcast of their own or stuff.
Yeah, if you want to do one of your own, do like we have done. Just find a mate and just go for it, and yeah, it will come to you if you really if you're really up for it.
But don't need to plan anything, or just simply just do it.
Yeah. Oh, thank you so much for watching. Take care and stay safe, and see you on the next one.
Bye bye everyone. Toodaloo.
Toodaloo! Bye!
Awesome.